Welcome to Chamber Web TV. These are one-on-one interviews with leaders from our community, and today I've got a couple of pretty big leaders in our community. First of all, I want to introduce you to Kim Decker. She is the Executive Director of the YWCA. And welcome. Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
And we have Kevin Sinclair over here. Everybody knows Kevin Sinclair. He's everywhere in the community helping organizations, but also doing a little bit of business. And he's from Intrigue Media. Kevin, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
We're here to talk about a really exciting event that I've been a little bit reluctant to participate in. I always have supported it and think it's a wonderful event that you do, but my feet can't take it. And it's Walk a Mile in Her Shoes, and it's a fundraiser for the YWCA, correct?
Absolutely. Yeah.
How long has it been going?
This was our 8th year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, that goes fast.
It does, right?
Kevin, and you still aren't any better walking in high heel shoes than
You know what?
the first one.
I think I'm getting
Are
better.
you?
Yeah. Stronger calf.
Does it feel that you're better?
You know what? If it's based on number of times I have to put them on throughout the year, I should be a lot better. Yeah.
Have you seen him shoveling snow in them?
Yeah.
No, but I'm
Yeah.
going to make sure
Yeah.
we'll get Matt out there videotaping
Yeah.
Kevin shoveling snow in his high heels.
Yeah.
But Kim, what's the purpose of this? I know it's a fundraiser, but really, it's more. It's always more than a fundraiser.
Absolutely. So it's really important, as you know, for nonprofits in the community to come up with some creative and innovative ways that they can raise money to support the work that we do. And Walk a Mile was one of those things. And actually, we're not the only YWCA that does it, but there are several YWCAs across Canada who participate in this event on an annual basis. We decided to pick it up and try it in our community 8 years ago. Who knew it would be that successful and that fun? And I have to say, in our first year, it took a lot of convincing to get guys to put those shoes on and walk a mile. And
how many of them walked the full mile in the first year?
I think they actually pulled their shoes off partway through, but I'm not sure. But the biggest question we got, is it really a mile? And we said, yep, that's what it's called. It is a mile. And
It's a full mile, and I believe if I'm not mistaken, I think the mayor actually walked the full mile.
Yeah, he did, and I think if you remember Stuart Summerhays, the
Oh,
very first year,
yes.
how far ahead he was of
I
everybody
know,
else.
he was like, he was doing his race walking thing.
in the high heels.
That's just amazing.
It is.
Kevin, how many years have you walked?
This will be 5.
5, yeah.
5 years.
Yeah.
And you walked the entire mile?
I walked the entire mile plus extra.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they've got me. Well, they don't have me. I'm happy to do it in a lot of different events. One year, before our walk mile event, I even did the run along in the heels, and then went to the walk mile.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so through
you're
off road.
had a lot of practice.
Yeah.
How are your feet making up?
Sorry.
Because you know what, I'll have to tell you, and it not only is, it's a great event simply because as soon as a guy realizes how difficult it is to walk those heels, it's virtually impossible for me. My feet just weren't designed for it. But it brings you a little bit greater appreciation for when you see women coming to events, and especially from the Chamber's perspective, and they'll stand and walk around for a couple of hours at a networking event, and you wonder, how the heck can you do that? But
for sure. And you know what, I think the shoes are a great way to highlight that. And really all we're saying is that women have a lot of unique challenges. They face a lot of things in their lifetime. And so this is our way of connecting that with the shoes. And then all of the funds that we raise go back to supporting the programs that we offer for women and girls.
So let's talk about a few of those programs.
Sure. So one of our biggest, we do a women's employment program called Small Steps to Success. And it's for women who've been chronically underemployed or unemployed for a long period of time and face significant barriers to employment training and education.
That's a huge, well-received program, and it goes right across the region as well.
It does, absolutely. And so we help women with not only their soft skills, but also their employment skills. And for many women, it's their last attempt to sort of put their lives back on track again, set some goals for their future. We know that women are not going to change their lives in 12 weeks, especially with some of the barriers that they come from. But they know that we'll support women for up to 5 or 7 years after they've left the program, so that there's always that constant feedback, there's always that support, so that we help them get back on track again and look at their employment goals. In the last couple of years, we have done a significant number of programs for girls 9 to 13. We know adolescence is a time that is a real struggle for girls. So We do a healthy relationships program. We do an amazing program called Tech Girls, which is a science, technology, engineering, and math program for girls 9 to 13. The gals in one of our recent program made a prosthetic hand for a child.
Wow.
And so we shipped it off to the U.S. this week because it's a company in the U.S. that did it. So they actually took the plans and programmed the 3D printer to make the separate parts and then put the hands together, or put the hand together and sent it off. So now a child will have
Wow,
a hand.
that's such a great story.
It's truly amazing the work that those gals are doing. We do a program called GLOW, which is in encouraging girls to initiate and sustain physical activity, because that's a time that they tend to drop out. We do another program around media literacy and pop culture, and we've just got some new funding that's allowing us to do that same kind of programming with boys, because boys are facing the same kind of thing. So we have a purchase of service with the Male Allies program from the Sexual Assault Support Centers. So lots of amazing things happening.
You know, I distinctly remember giving the award back at our community awards in the fall, and one of my comments during the presentation was, you know, this is an organization that's silently in the community doing incredible works for an incredible number of people. You know, it really does underscore the importance of your organization, that you're doing stuff and people don't even know you're doing it, but you're making the community a better place. And oftentimes I've always said, you know what, if people don't know you're doing something, they'll never know when you do something wrong. So,
Right.
so you must be doing everything right, because nobody's picking it apart. Nobody's really identifying it as an organization that's meaningful in our region. But the reality of it is, we have to have the YWCA in our region doing these great programs.
Absolutely. And truly making an impact. And we believe that if we start our work early enough with girls, and we were doing 9 to 13, but we're starting to work with girls now as young as 6 years old, because we know that by the time a girl reaches 5 years old, she starts to place a higher value on a thinner body over a heavier one. By the time she's 6, she's internalized it. That turns into all sorts of other issues. And about 50% of the gals that we're dealing with now have identified mental health issues, and primarily around anxiety and depression. So what we're doing is help to rebuild that confidence and self-esteem, introduce them to things that they may not have known about before. So all of this work is only possible because of guys like Kevin and other folks who have put the shoes on and walked and helped us to do our work.
You know, and it's a problem in society that a lot of people have said to me, gee, you know, what is it about, you know, all of this, you know, depression and, you know, mental illness stuff going around with our youth? You know, what is happening? Is it the water we're drinking? No, it's that it's always been there, but it's never been identified or identifiable as it is today. And thank goodness it is, because these kids need help. There's no question. And there's a society around them that wants to give them the help.
Absolutely, and we have years of societal expectations that these kids are dealing with as well, and with the way they, you know, what people and media are telling them the way they should look, how should they act, what they should be doing this, should be doing that, and so it's that struggle between what they want to do as an individual and what society is telling them to do. So we help to sort some of that out with them and give them some alternatives and give them a place to come. I think it's the only, we have a new space now down on Dixon Street. It's called the W, and I think it's the only space dedicated to women and girls in the entire region of Waterloo. So glad
we
we have
need
it here.
bigger and more of them, but thank goodness it is here. You know, not to be biased, but Cambridge is the center of the region.
It is.
I think, from my perspective. Kevin, what attracted you to this? I know you help a myriad of organizations. The list goes on and on and on and on and on, of course, and you've been recognized for the contribution personally that you give to our community as well. But what attracted you to this? Obviously, it wasn't that you had to walk a mile in a pair of high heels. So
No, one of the biggest drivers is the fact that I have 2 daughters of my own, and they very easily could have needed these kind of services, and if they weren't available, then what?
Yeah.
Right? So I found it's fundraising, but it puts a bit of fun back into it.
Yeah.
You know, you've got some Ferrari red shoes on.
Yeah.
People are going to laugh
show us your
when I walk
shoes.
in.
Show everybody your shoes if you can get them
I
up
can't kick
high.
my leg down.
Oh, there they are. There they are. There they are. That's it.
Yeah, so adding a little bit of fun. It's also great for businesses to show their support in the community for local things. So if someone's a business owner, you know, it's one of those times where they can get out, wear their shirt with their business logo on it, and let people know, because too often I find, at least in Cambridge, businesses are great at helping out with community needs, but they usually do it very quietly.
Yeah.
They don't like to toot their own horn. Where this way, you're not really tooting it, you're just showing your brand.
Displaying it.
And with pride.
Yeah.
The fact that you're out there,
Yeah.
and it's not blatant marketing by any means.
Yeah, we should. And I talk to business owners, as you know, all the time. And, you know, they tell me about some neat things that they're doing. And I keep telling them, you know, you got to share that information. You know, we got to get the reputation out there that business is concerned about its community, does love its community, and wants to create a better place for its employees as well as its business to operate. Most business owners live in the community, and they want a great community. So, we need, I think to some degree, if they want to call it tooting their own horn, they need to toot their own horn every once in a while. But thankfully, there are people like us that are out there that will say, well, we'll toot the horn for you. But
Absolutely.
So, Kim, when is the event?
Saturday, May the 27th.
At
11 o'clock registration. The walk starts at noon. We'll go through the mile through downtown Cambridge.
Still
as we
have
promised.
some shoes available
We
for
have
people?
shoes available, and then when you get back, Gator's Tail is providing a barbecue for all the walkers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And this is at City Hall?
At City Hall, right at Civic Square.
Right at City Hall, May the 27th.
Yep.
And it's a Saturday.
Yep.
So, well, you go down to the market, take your family down to the market, and then slide over to City Hall.
Yep. And
throw
lots-
on a pair of shoes.
Lots of family activities too. So we've made
Oh,
it
good.
more of a family event. So there's a bouncy castle and face painting, and we provide massages, foot massages for the guys once they get back.
I
peak
might go for the
performance,
massage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, for those gentlemen in the community like me who can't tolerate that because our feet aren't wired for it, or maybe it's more our brains, but how can we help out?
Sure. If you go to the website, so wamwr.com, you can support somebody who is walking.
Good.
Make a donation and help support an individual or team who is participating in the walk on the
That's
27th.
great. That's great. Well, Kevin, so you've been practicing, you've been out talking to people about it, putting on your red shoes.
Yeah.
You're all ready for a great day.
It's going to be a blast.
Yeah.
You know, construction or not, we're gonna
We're going to
we're gonna do an off-road course part of it.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
Are you?
I
Well,
will.
Wellington Street. Wellington Street is a little bit messy right now. No sidewalks, so that'll be interesting. But
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Well, this is great. I certainly hope that everybody rallies around this and supports somebody who's walking. But more importantly, really takes that keen awareness about what you are doing and what the YWCA is doing for our community, and especially for the youth in our community. That, was really our future. You and I were talking about your tenure at the YWCA, and I oftentimes wake up look in the mirror and say, where'd this old guy come
Yep.
from? It's really not for us, it's for them.
Absolutely.
And all of us, work hard to build our community, create a happy, healthy, and friendly environment so that the next generation can lead with the same type of momentum. So thanks, Kim Decker,
Thank
for
you.
doing
My
what
pleasure.
you're doing.
Thank you.
Kevin, good to see you again.
too.
And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, Kim Decker is celebrating her 30th year running the YWCA. Sorry about that, but she was 8 years old when she started running it. But
Thanks.
thank you, Kim, for all you do and all the YWCA does for our community. And good luck with the event.
Thanks, Greg. I appreciate it.